Boo. Hey guys. How's it going? Hey Keg. Been a minute. Imagining. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Not in a million years. How's it going, everybody? I've been gone. Quote unquote. I haven't actually been gone. I've been... Even today, my body's failing me. I shit you not, man. I've been sleeping almost all day, every day. The only time I'm up is to eat, and even then it's usually only for a little bit. I'll pop on, won't have enough energy to do anything, or I'll go to work and get exhausted, come home, and then crash again. I have really fucked up my body. I legitimately woke up at like 5 in the morning. I got up, messed with stuff, and then like 2 hours later was like, ah, fuck, I'm way too exhausted. I went and laid down for like 3 hours, and then I got up, came over here, played with Bone a little bit, starting this project that we're gonna finish on stream today. I was like, that's great, that was fun. Ran to town, got a sub from Subway, ate half of it, crashed and was out for another 4 hours. Well, having dudes' videos play on autoplay on YouTube. I was woken up by family, concerned because I keep crashing and falling asleep, and here I am. And I'm telling you, it's a struggle keeping my eyes open even now. I want to fucking hit that bed really hard, but I gotta not sleep 24/7 or my sleep schedule's gonna get really fucked once work starts up again. What a man does for a Subway. MFers be like, I hate Subway. My brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. That's the version I saw earlier that I saved. Dudes be like, nah, my brother in Christ. Yeah. Did I even post that to the Discord? I don't know if I did. Also, yeah, you guys see the Jessica the Liberated, or whatever her name is, song dropped. It's got a fucking sick riff to it. Shit goes hard. Jessica, indeed. Crying emoji. I should do a Jessica themed AC. That sounds like a good idea. Jessica's. No. So my sub doesn't taste like veggie water. Yeah, you want a good sub? I fucking hit Bone with this. You guys will notice a couple, like, days ago, he made a post like, oh man, I tried this sub. It's really fucking good. That's because it uses what I fucking get. When you go to Subway, get the 9-grain wheat bread toasted with pepper jack cheese. You can get any sandwich you want. My favorite is the Italian BMT or the spicy Italian, depending on whether you like a lot of meat or a little bit. And spinach, tomato, and red onions with mayo and chipotle and a little bit of honey mustard. That shit slaps. That shit has so much flavor. I have yet to have a single person try it and not just immediately lose their shit. When I was still with Dev, she was one of those basic bitches that would get like... They'd go to a sushi place and unironically buy fucking California rolls for full price because they didn't understand what the fuck flavor is. After trying the subs the way I usually have them, never ordered food the same again. You gotta get that meat fucking toasted, baby. Get that meat toasted with actual sauces and you're good. Oh yeah, you need spicy? Fucking replace the chipotle with sriracha. Sriracha's fucking good. There's a few things from Subway, a few sauces from Subway's I don't really like that much. But Subway's Chipotle is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Then again, it might be different where you live. I know you live like on the other side of the planet. At least pretty close, right? Don't you live in the land down under? So how the savings for Yato going? Don't make me talk about it. I've got some stuff saved. Literally eat chili peppers? Hell yeah! One of my favorite things to make just on a whim is fucking jalapeno poppers. I remember I went to town. My local grocery store had these really big, what I forget what they were. They weren't California Reapers. They were something. There were some like really spicy pepper dried, and I would fucking chop that shit up in like a food processor and put that on everything, man. Put it on pizza, put it on tacos, put that shit on sushi even. Shit was good. Spicy as fuck. Shit yummy. I think I'm sitting at almost 20,000 or random, but I don't have a lot of OP saved. I have a lot of distinction tickets though, so I can. Your stuffed pepper rolls? I don't think you have. That sounds fucking good though. I fucking love stuffed peppers. I love stuffed pretty much anything. Don't take that. You know, you can take that out of context. I'll let this one slide. It's great the lightning Barrett. Some banners you won't get gold. I will say though, I have burned so fucking much. I have burned so many of my materials ranking up the mastery of my operators since the last Dark Knight stream. I've knocked like almost 8 operators off of my upgrade list, getting them to mastery 3 and fucking getting their modules ranked all the way up. As we speak, Sculptor is finishing. That's right. Fuck, made Irene skin too. Shit. You know what? I'm single now. Maybe I'll wail out a little bit this event. Who's gonna complain about it, huh? I'm fucking swimming in cash because I have nothing to spend it on. I don't spend it on food even. This is like the most money I've had sitting in a bank account since my tax returns. Ooh, those look really fucking good. Those look really fucking good. I have a weak spot. I have a weak spot for peppers, like actual full peppers. Like jalapeno peppers, I'll eat that shit like a carrot. I'll usually like fucking cut it in half and take the seeds out. I'm not a psychopath. But anytime I cook with it, I use the seeds. I love putting jalapeno pepper seeds in my taco meat. Or what I really like, I think one of my favorite things to make, like whenever I feel like cooking, but I rarely do it because I love it and I don't want to overdo it, is steak fajitas. Steak fajitas. And I'll take some fucking like top round cut of the steak, some shit cut, and I'll cut that up into strips. I'll fry that bitch with sweet peppers and jalapenos. And I'll just use every fucking pepper seed I can get my hand on for it, because I like that shit kicking. Because, like, fajita sauce in general is a pretty tame and mild sauce, at least the stuff I've always gotten. I've never bought a fajita sauce that's, like, inherently spicy. So you have to put shit in it to give it kick. Like, obviously I like the flavor of fajita. I'm not gonna just absolutely obliterate it with heat. But if there's ever gonna be something to fucking put heat in, it's Mexican food, okay? Wait, are fajitas Mexican food? I actually don't know. Or is that one of those things where, like, it's a variant of some other country's food that some Western-oriented country or England comes up with? Used to be this Mongolian rice stand at the cafeteria and the whole club. Sriracha until the rice is just bright red. Jesus Christ, that sounds... Okay, that's a bit much for me. Think they are? I think they... I've never heard anyone say fajita isn't Mexican food, so I'm just gonna say it's Mexican food. Yeah, nah, fuck college. I fucking hate school. I was really good at it and I hated it. So I just never did it. I took college classes and I was like, this shit's ass. I'm gonna go home and play video games instead. Fuck this. I'm not going into debt for this garbage. And I never looked back. Not sure you're gonna get them soon. Just keep at it. Blue Poison, I'm sure you'll eventually get. I think you can get it from recruitment. So keep going for Ranger and range sniper tags on recruitment. Hopefully you'll get her eventually. Kelsey might just surprise you out of nowhere. Text Assault, I think you can only get during the limited events. So if you do want Text Assault, try and shoot for that. Doing homework in class so I can play video games the moment I get home. I've talked about this a little bit before. I was that shitter in school who got 100% on everything I did, but only did like 65% of the assignments because I didn't give a fuck about my grades. I remember my teachers would get mad at me because they'd be like, you get 100% on every test you do, but you don't do any of the assigned homework. Because I didn't give a shit. I wasn't shooting to be like a fucking college professor or a doctor, so I didn't give a fuck about my grades. I don't know, last year I just actually did my homework because I was like, why the fuck not? I did like all of my college level classes in high school. I did all of the classes that I needed like 2 years early in high school because I didn't do any of the fun classes. I just did all the required classes so that I could fuck around for my last 2 years. My second to last year, I did college chemistry, college physics, college trigonometry, college calculus, and there was one other. And then my last year, I just did fuck around classes the entire year. Short story, American cinema. I think I played dodgeball with like junior high kids for a while. I know I was a teacher's assistant for the librarian for a year because I liked the librarian and helping her out at the end of every day was super easy. And then I think I did a woodworking class, if I remember correctly. No, it was carpentry. I did a carpentry class. We built a bridge for our hometown. Good luck getting a limited off rate. Yeah, if you get her, it's gonna show up at random. Unless you're like me and you save for 6 fucking months like I did with Sculptor. And now I don't even use Sculptor. I got her and I don't even use her. Alright. So, what we're gonna be doing today. Let me save this so I can put it up on the screen. One of the most legendary figures in the Soulsborne community, VaatiVidya, yesterday uploaded an announcement. He is hosting a competition for Armored Core builds. To the Rhine Lab. I saw it. You might have to set your chat to live chat. I wonder why that would be censored, though. That's such a weird post to be censored. Anyways, this is the contest. Submit a build. Under his post, it says, "Hey all, I'm gearing up to release an Armored Core 6 best builds video next week. Thought it would be fun to involve the community a bit." So it's going to be very much like those old style Dark Souls videos that like Sunlight Blade used to make, where they're like 10 roleplay PvP builds, 10 interesting PvP builds, cosplay PvP builds, stuff like that. It says, "Hey all, I'm gearing up to release an Armored Core 6 best builds video next week and thought it might be fun to involve the community a bit. So please submit your best build, as winners will be briefly featured in the video and will also receive a small cash reward. First place will get $250 US. Second place will get $150 US. And third place will get $100 US. Rules for your submissions are in the attached image. Please also include your part list." Probably should have mentioned that. However, this isn't just which build you think would win an arena fight, otherwise everyone would just be spamming dual pistols, dual shotgun, and then like thunder spike shoulders. It says, "Beyond that, to be quote-unquote successful in this competition, a winning build will be unique in playstyle." So not something everyone's spamming in 95% of all Armored Core 6 PvP videos on YouTube and Twitch. It has to be well presented in decals and paint, so it has to look pretty. It has to look pretty. The more customized, most likely, the more points he's going to give it. Thoughtfully designed and flavorful, so it's gotta not just be basic bitch. They're not looking for a fighting cowboy, fucking texture vomit, tiniest possible camouflage with 3 random colors that make your eyes hurt. And then fourth, it has to actually be effective in combat. It can't just be shiny shit. It has to actually be able to kill things. I have a build that I made a while ago, so no, Kenny, if you make it pretty and it kills people, then you'll be fine. But yeah, entry must include your AC's name, short description of its unique playstyle. Entry must include your name for you to be named. Entry must be submitted to armoredcorechallenge@gmail.com before September 10th. And then optional, provide a share ID for the build, mention your platform, so PC or PlayStation, and then provide screenshots of the build. Obviously, you don't have to do that, but doing so will obviously make things easier, because it's kind of hard for him to judge your AC if he doesn't know what it fucking looks like. So, that is what we're going to be doing today. I have a build that I've been messing around with for the last week. I came up with it while I was just playing around with Bone and Wolfwood. And I like it a lot, although it wasn't super nailed down. And for the last day since he did this announcement, I've been brainstorming and looking at weapons, and for the little bit of time that I have been on my computer, I've been messing with it. So, let me show you guys what I'm working with. Alright, there we go. I'm now tucked away in the corner. This is the AC design I've been going for so far. Here, I can turn this back on. So, I have a new favorite weapon type, and I want to make a whole ass video about my new favorite weapon type. I do not know what to categorize these as. There is the IA Aurora, which is called a light wave cannon, but then there's also the Trueno, which is a needle missile launcher. I know these seem like they're nothing alike, but they're actually really alike. So they are super slow lock-on, but high accuracy shoulder cannons. I don't really know what to call them, but fucking, it takes a long ass time for this shit to lock on. But once it does lock on, this shit does not miss. And it does a lot of guard damage. I practiced it against Bone earlier, and it's hard to dodge. Both this one, which is energy based, and the other one, which is a little more straightforward and is just raw physical damage. They both work pretty much the exact same. They're both shoulder-mounted cannons that take a long-ass time to lock on. But once they do lock on, they track, and they do guard damage like a motherfucker. And if I turn on the fucking enemy's AI, like, even when he dodges, this shit's still going to hit for a decent amount. That's from really far away, too. If I were to fully lock in, go in for a fucking stun, and then chunk the fuck out of him, if I would have done that right. Bot's making it look much easier to dodge than Bone was saying it was. But then again, I'm not shooting a gun to make him use his dodge. Watch how well this shit tracks, though. Where's the light wave cannons? The Aurora is by far my favorite shoulder weapon now. I love these things. I love these things with a burning passion. I love it. I love it. Did you guess the inspiration for the AC? Yeah, I've been customizing it quite a lot. But this is a very it's almost like a pile driver build, but sadly I wasn't able to get the pile driver to be in the right weight limit to use, even though I really want to use it for this build. But that's fine, because I've been really enjoying the Coral Oscillator. Let me show you why, actually. Watch how far this thing travels. So there's a new tech that a lot of people have been showing off lately. It is called weapon boosting. And it involves using the booster of your weapon instead of your quick boost. If you lock on quick boost, like, it uses that much energy and that's how far you go. But if you do an attack, your boosters go off, it uses a certain amount of energy, and different weapons have different, or I guess not different weapons, different boosters actually have different melee attack thrust, as you can see on the bottom two things there. So people will go a booster that has really high weapon thrust, like this. And if you cancel your melee attack, you can cancel it with a boost. And if you wait until the AC starts moving, you can get a lot of distance on it. So if I'm just trying to fucking strafe around this guy, this is how fast I can strafe, right? But if I weapon boost, I can go much farther. Let's switch this to a Tetrapod MT, and I can show you. Let's also switch back to my boosters that I like. I don't like these boosters, even though people vouch for them. I like these boosters a lot. Yeah, in the air, it goes so much better than if you were to fucking do shit normally. You can circle around people like it's no one's business, and it's fantastic. But there's another thing that's really nice, is if I lock on from back here and use my melee attack, it goes about halfway, right? The Coral Oscillator has a really good amount of boost before the attack actually goes off. So you can go pretty far trying to hit someone. However, if you assault boost right before doing it, you go much farther. And that can hunt people down. And then, of course, I needed a main hand weapon. For a while, I was using the Nebula and the Redshift, really good weapons. But just not really what I like. They're kind of medium range, and you don't really want to be fighting at medium range with an AC like this. This is a middleweight. Doesn't have too much as far as dodging capability goes. You kind of want to stay close using the light cannon and using the coral oscillator. So the Wurger laser shotgun, its charged attack is fucking nuts. Like, look how much guard damage this does. It's actually insane just how much it does. And on top of that, it's a fucking shotgun. So you can do with that information what you will. And then it's the coral oscillator, so you get a really big laser attack. Dictated by the mech weight? Yes, I don't remember. I think it's more dictated by what legs you use. Welcome, Geode. This build does a lot of damage. I enjoy it quite a lot. And it did really good against Bone earlier. You can kind of switch things up if you want. However, there's a few things that we're going to have to test and figure out today. Okay. There's a few things we're going to have to test and figure out. Because I want this build to be as optimal as possible. If I'm going to be sending it in. There's a few different weapons that we can use. However, a good alternate weapon to use besides the laser shotgun that I've been messing around with is actually the laser handgun. I didn't expect the laser handgun to do this good. But it has a lot of pressure, actually. Quite a lot of pressure.
Main system activating combat mode.
Ouch. Wait until the shoulder cannons are locked on, go in for it. Chases him down, he was able to avoid it, but I still kill his ass. The rushdown of this build is fantastic, and popping the light cannons while running in makes it so much harder to deal with, because if they dodge too early, I hit them with the melee attack. If they dodge too late, they eat a light cannon wave because it follows them as long as you fully lock on. And if they just dodge badly in the first place, they get hit by both of them, and they get immediately guard broken. The laser handgun's nice at close range because obviously you could just blast the shit out of people. It takes a long time for it to overheat and it has a lot of bullets. But the shotgun spike, even though it's kind of a one and done weapon, I fucking love this thing. I love how much damage it does. I love how much stagger it does. It is such a good weapon. Watch.
Activating combat mode.
For bosses, dual handgun funnel is disgusting. Yeah, it is a really good... Dual handguns is fun too. See that? Sadly, I fucking let go of my... button a little too early. Bam. Oh, he dodged it. Fucker. 50%. Try to avoid. And with the oscillator, finish him off because he's stunned and he just eats the energy spike. It does a lot of damage. And it does a ton more damage if you bring the right generator. I was messing with the generators trying to figure out which one I'd want to use. And from the testing I found, the coral generator, I think it's called the Triple O, something like that, It's a really good generator because it has extremely high energy capacity and extremely high post-recovery energy supply. So while it takes a bit for the energy to come back, it comes back at 3/4 total, which is insane considering it has the highest energy capacity in the game. However, it has 18 less energy firearm specialization. May not seem like that much to you, but trust me, it is like an almost 200 damage difference with this shotgun. That's a lot of damage. The shotgun on an unguard broken enemy does, like, I think 720 damage. And if I were to use this, it would only do like 514. Or like 540, something like that. It's a pretty substantial drop in damage. That's like 70% of the damage. Less than that. It's for a one and done build, like a Wurger build, that 200 damage is important, especially when you get the enemy guard broken and you just hit them with a direct hit for like 2,000 fucking damage to the mouth, and it knocks them back, and it carries the stagger into your light wave cannons. And then I've been bringing assault armor to counter pulse armor. Pulse armor and terminal armor. If I ever see it pop, just pop your assault armor, because this build is all about getting right in on them. It's not a lightweight mech by any means. However, it is a middleweight mech, and it has the stats of a middleweight mech. Its attitude stability is not too crazy big, at 1500 down there, but that's not so low that you're just gonna instantly get fucking guard broken by double Zimmermans. And it's got about 9,000 AP, which isn't that much, but it also isn't that bad, because I see people running around with like 7,000. And they wonder why they get instantly killed by Zimmerman needles. However, at the same time, I'm not saying that it's a good thing that they're getting one shot by Zimmerman needles. I don't think that's a good thing at all. I think the Zimmermans do way too much stagger damage. I don't think their damage is insane. I think the fact that they can two-shot stagger a lightweight makes playing a lightweight really hard. And I feel bad for people who enjoy lightweight ACs. Either way, there is also another way you could run this build if you really wanted, where you could go either handgun, like Hayden mentioned earlier, in your main hand, which is a good gun. The Ducat is a really good handgun. Or you could go whatever shotgun you like. I actually like the Haldeman, even though it has less impact. Like, it has half the impact of the Zimmerman, but it has so many more bullets per shot. The Zimmerman is like a one shot, then you gotta reload a shell. Well, the Haldeman, you could shoot a whole bunch. Or you can go a linear rifle, like the Harris. People have been starting to realize how good linear rifles actually are. But then this alternate version of the build would be like a full physical damage build instead of energy. And it's okay. It kind of does as good, not really. I like the energy better, but this is still not bad. The Trueno shoulders, though, I've seen very choice few people actually use them. My second favorite shoulder weapons in the game, without a fucking doubt. It's not even a competition. I love the fuck out of those shoulders. And then you can throw on the coral generator because you don't gotta worry about energy weapon adjustment. Can I use the pile driver? Damn it. Can't use the pile driver. Oh well, big laser blade it is. Get the stun. Trueno. Spinny boy. It's not as good, but it's still fun. If they get hit by that, it does work. I love the Truenos. Oh, 4,000 damage off that shit. Whee! Super fun. But for the one that I think, since I never see people use this shotgun, I think this is what I'm going to send in for the VaatiVidya build. I love the, what's it called? Whatever shotgun. Okay. Do I have music turned off? Is that why it's so quiet? I do, don't I? Yeah, I do. There we go. Alright. So. I want to test 2 other batteries. I want to test 2 boosters. And then I also want to test... I was thinking of throwing on... like everyone runs the Knockryer arms because they have the highest firearm specialization. But firearm specialization doesn't matter with this build. Melee specialization would be more important. So I could go like the Basho, which has better pretty much everything. Or I could go the Alba, but the Alba has really bad melee specialization. Has good firearm specialization. So, also for any of you guys who have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a lot of weird stats that the community hasn't come to a full consensus on what they actually do. Firearm specialization and melee specialization are one of those things. Like, if you click on it, you can get contextual help, and it'll tell you what a stat does, but the descriptions are not the best. For melee specialization, its higher values correspond to greater attack power. That's pretty straightforward, right? Higher numbers means your melee attacks do more damage. That's a good... That's easy. Firearm specialization, improved tracking performance. Nobody knows what that means. A lot of people think it means that the lock-on will happen faster and easier. Some people think that the bullets will be more accurate when you fire them within the required range. Some people think that it involves fucking like auto lock-on and having your auto lock being broken by someone breaking your ankles and getting behind you. Nobody really knows. And it's kind of a fairly heated topic in the community right now. Like fucking Fighting Cowboy, Ouroboros, and a bunch of other people are like going at it over what it actually means. Not against each other, but like they have a bunch of people on like Reddit that think they know things, complaining about it and the way that they talked about it, even though they had access to the game for like 3 weeks before any of us did, and they've done more extensive testing than any of us have done. They still argue that that's not how firearm specialization works. When Fighting Cowboy basically, he released a video about it yesterday, saying like that it increases your accuracy from your bullets being shot, is what he said they is essentially come to. There's a whole bunch of other stats too that people haven't really come to a consensus of. Like, other ones are more easy to understand, like the AB thrust and the AB energy consumption. That's how much energy is used and how fast you go when you use your assault boost. Jet duration, energy consumption, and stuff on the quick boost obviously is pretty self-explanatory. Jet duration is how long the boost keeps you moving faster. Energy consumption is how much energy you use, so on and so forth. But then there's shit like this with the generator output value. The higher this value, the greater the final energy output of the generator. Is that the overall generator energy pool, or is that the energy load? Because I've seen people saying it's the energy load, But that has not been the case for what I've seen. My chest doesn't change my maximum energy load. It might change the amount that is being used because it has an energy load requirement, but it doesn't change the limit. If you get what I'm saying. It's very strange. And then another thing that kind of goes to back up what Fighting Cowboy says that a lot of people aren't hovering over is if you go to target tracking, it specifically says the firearm specialization spec of arm parts contributes to this value. And this is the higher the value, the more likely you are to land shots on moving enemies. So it's basically the higher your target tracking is, the better your lock-on system will adjust to the way that an enemy is moving. So your firearm specialization should make your weapon land its shots better, assuming you are within your weapon's... And here's even more stats to be confused about. Assuming you are within your weapon's effective range. Because your weapon has cooling, which is how much heat buildup is required to be cooled off whenever your weapon overheats. But then there's like ideal range, which if you're outside of the ideal range, you won't do as much damage. And then there's effective range, where if you're outside of your effective range, it will just ricochet and they'll take like 2 damage. So this stat actually does matter a lot, because this determines whether or not your gun is going to do damage when you shoot your opponent. And then there are other weird damage types that cause strange effects on your enemy, like the bad cook, the flamethrower. It causes heat buildup, which fucks with the FCS. How exactly it fucks with the FCS, I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Or stun weapons, the stun buildup weapons like the stun gun and the stun baton. I made a build around these. It's really cool, and it's almost like a second guard break, where if you build it up, the enemy gets mini stunned and takes a chunk of damage. It's really good. I was half tempted to do a double stun gun build for this contest, but I imagine a lot of people are going to be uploading those because it is really strong. But the let me load this. The version that I was messing with is, where is it? Is it? Uh-oh. Did my game crash? I think my game crashed. Damn. Game crashed. Man, I was going to show off Kothnaut. Either way, the Kothnaut build is double stun guns with as high as possible firearm, whatever the stat is in the arms to increase tracking. And then double bullet orbiter shoulders. And it builds up stagger really fucking fast. It actually builds up stagger incredibly fast. When I was playing against Bone earlier with it, I was able to just run him down. And it was pretty hard for him to deal with. It wasn't impossible to deal with. But if you're really mobile and you play the game like Swift Armored Core does, where you just are constantly boosting to stay directly on the enemy and trying to not be right in front of them, that shit builds up. It's pretty good. I'm happy that a lot of people seem to be finally diversifying their builds, because for the first week that this game was out, fucking everybody just copied Fighting Cowboy's 2 builds. His double Zimmerman needle build and his double handgun needle build. Literally everyone was just copying it. There's so many other good weapons in the game. You're making the Zimmerman and the needles look like these unkillable, overpowered weapons because no one's trying anything else. But now people are finally starting to, and I'm really happy people are finally starting to. I like build diversity. It's cool watching videos of people using linear rifles and using melee weapons to do actual fights. For the longest time, all I saw was Zimmermans. And it makes sense why people are using Zimmermans. This baby's got so much fucking impact buildup. But I was gonna show off Kothnaut, that's right. Watch this fucking ridiculous garbage. Watch the ridiculous bullshit that is this build.
Final arena.
Main system activating combat mode.
Where is he? Wait, this is wrong. Hold up. I grabbed the wrong build. I was gonna say, wait a second, I didn't have reverse joints. Which one was the one that had it? It was no, it's not Money Gang, not Camphor. Not that. Did I forget to save after I made my changes? I must have. Fuck. Check Discord. New AC sauce. Fires of Ibis hot sauce. Hell yeah. Give me that. Sorry, I was using the Santai on this. Okay, I don't remember what legs I was using, man. Slightly fucked up one of my builds. Oh well, we'll just use this build for now. I just gotta show off these weapons. Cause I really like the stun guns. It's just a full rushdown build and it's hella fun.
Mode.
Ouch.
30%.
Did you see the Arc Knights one? It's like fine one. Anyways, the inspiration visually for the AC that I'm going to be uploading is a fan art thing that somebody made quite a while ago for one of my previous favorite, and still one of my favorite streamers. I think I have the picture saved. So let me open it up here. Where is it? There we go. This was made, I believe, in a fan art thread. Way back when Kiryu Coco was still streaming. As Kiryu Coco, anyways. And I really liked the fucking design of this shit. I wanted to see if I could remake it in Armored Core. And I wasn't able to do it exactly. But I took some creative liberty. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out so far. There's a lot of decals going on this motherfucker. A lot of decals. I also watched the guy's video. The legs have, I think, 35 white squares on it in order to get the left leg to be white while the right leg is brown, since you can't individually color them. So it's just a fuckload of squares covering every bit of non-gold anything on the leg. And then I've got the little checkered skirt half on one side and then solid red on the other. One arm's got decals on it to be like the Asakoko. It was originally going to have the pile driver to be plug type. I thought that would be funny. Sadly, pile driver just barely breaks the weight limit on this thing. Well, the other side is just standard. The core, I need to update this, the gem. I don't like it. I think I half-assed it. I can do better. And then I need to put a weathering effect on the gold plate. And then also, I put a weathering effect. So I'm going to show you guys why I put a weathering effect on this. If you don't have a weathering effect on your AC, or if you do have a weathering effect don't have a weathering effect on your AC, your decals look fine because it puts it on top of everything. If you do have a weathering effect, the decal sits on it and just covers it. And it kind of fucks up the weathering on it, right? Because like it's supposed to spread the brown across the chest, but because it's a decal and it's plastered on top, it just goes over top of it. I have transparency put on it so it doesn't look as bad. If I took the transparency off, you can see, like, if you look at the middle chest piece with the gem on it, it's just pristine. It almost looks like a freshly put on sticker. It doesn't look like a proper paint job. And a guy made a video showing 2 ways to actually put weathering on your decals pretty easily to make it sit nicely with light levels of weathering. And the 2 ways to go about it are to either manually put weathering on your thing using masks, which is what's going on here, or to make standalone thingies. Preset 8 has a whole bunch of paint splatters. Paint splatters work great for this. And then what you can do is make it the color of the background and then slap this on top of anything colored and it'll make it look like it has scratchy weathering on it. The only problem with this is in order to put weathering on your stuff this way, it takes more slots and you're only allowed so many slots. So it can be a little bit slot intensive to do that. Otherwise, I have a bunch on the head that I want to make better. I've got the horns, as well as the bow, as well as the hair, as well as the gem. I got to do the gem better. I got to do the horns better. I got to do the hair better. For the chest, I just got to put weathering on that chest plate. And maybe a little bit of weathering on the emblem that I have sitting on the back. And then this back area here, it's kind of empty. I don't know what to put on it. What do you guys think I should put back here? Because I could put like a Hololive logo if I wanted to go fully into it. This arm just has emblem. This arm doesn't have anything. And then the legs, like I said, have the colors and then just a metric fuckload of white squares. And the reason that I care about making it weathered, not having any weathering on the AC looks fine to me. I think it looks great. I think it looks really pristine and nice. However, if you go into an actual fight, and you get partway through the fight, weathering automatically gets put on your AC based on how much damage you take. Right now I look pristine and fine, but if I turn on an enemy and have them just beat the shit out of me for a little bit, oh, live entries will skyrocket, true. But as you start taking damage, you start to get fucked up a little bit. And at first, it's very light, minimal wear. But if you get really low health,
AP at 50%.
fight back a little bit to just increase the wear and tear look. Now look at me. Now that I've been in combat, look at how weathered and torn up my AC is looking. The paint is peeling off. Everything seems damaged except the decals. My white leg is perfectly pristine. The two slightly weathered things in the chest are now super, super clean comparatively. The gems look like they were like stickers put in a Hot Wheel car. I don't like how fucked up it starts looking once it gets damaged. So, what I'm going to do is manually weather these decals so that it already looks fairly fairly weathered up and slightly used. I like the way ACs look when they look slightly used. I was looking for Solaire emblems on YouTube and the stream showed up, so good to know YouTube is not ignoring it. Cool. And no one on YouTube have made a Solaire emblem, so looks like you're gonna have to make it yourself. I think I have one. But I don't think I made it. I think I downloaded it off of... Go to the website ac6emblems.com and you can download a whole bunch of emblems. I've downloaded a lot. There's this, which is like a really rough, like basic Solaire emblem, but a Solaire emblem oh, like the Solaire helmet, I see. But there's a lot of these that I've downloaded. I downloaded the Miku one twice. I like this one. This one's my favorite. Same with the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. There's a lot of gold on that website. But what I wanted to test, so this generator has really high energy firearm specialization. But its energy load is so low. I can't get the energy load low enough for it to matter with that. Is there anything that comes even close to that firearm specialty? There's a lot of sus stuff there. Dude, have you seen Ricky Berwick yet? Isn't he beautiful? I've got the Iago shirt, the Ultra Instinct Goku face mask. I've got like 40 Cowabunga it is on the wheelchair. Yeah, I got a lot of sus shit. Sadly, I couldn't use all the sus. If I could have used all the sus shit I downloaded, I would have. But you are limited to how many decals you can use. I believe it's 20. 20 total can be in use at once. And that's so that people don't use like 700 of them and then crash people's games when they try to load the AC. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing. We don't want people crashing other people's games with way too many pictures splattered all over their AC. Even though it would be funny. But I think generator-wise, I'm good. I don't think I'm going to be able to use a better generator than this. The closest to a better generator is the Coral generator. It's like I said earlier, has lower energy firearm specialization. So I actually do less damage. I'll show you. Now, interestingly, the light wave shoulder weapons are not affected by it. I thought they would be. I figured, you know, energy weapon begets energy weapon. But I guess firearm only refers to handhelds. If I use this generator, it does... It disappeared so fast I didn't get to see how much damage it did. 1,713. Well, if I use this weapon... 1,576. So that's an almost 200 damage difference. It's about 160, 170 damage. Which doesn't seem like the most in the world, but can actually matter when your build is very much a one pump chump. And once you do that one shotgun shot, you're not going to be doing another shotgun shot for like 3 seconds. This build has things to fill that gap though, with the oscillator and the light wave shoulders and everything. But like I said, the generator doesn't seem to affect the light wave shoulders. I thought it would, but this is standard light wave. 986, I think it said. Switch to the coral weapons. That actually did even less damage. Maybe it is affected. Wait. No, it's kind of randomized based on how directly the waves hit, but it seems like it's still the same damage range. One pump chump was not a phrase you expected to hear tonight. It's a good phrase that you can use in reference to a lot of people's builds. So, I like the playstyle of this build a lot. I was using it against Vaughn before. Against his Zimmerman build, it was winning. Obviously, it gets kind of the thing is, it gets kind of countered by linear rifles. As long as the enemy can play keep away to a fairly decent extent, this build's hard to make work properly. The light wave cannons are hard to dodge, but they're much easier to dodge when they're the only thing you're dodging, which is why keeping up with somebody using the worker and using the coral oscillator is so important. Anyway, you're gonna go to sleep. College moment. Hell yeah, you'll love to see it. Have a good night, Geo. Thanks for hanging out. So, first things first, we need to consolidate the color scheme a little bit here. The color scheme of the weapons is a little bit more based off of Coco's jersey outfit, which I'm okay with, because if I put the color scheme to just be the exact same... Here, let me save color scheme. If I take the weapons and I just give them the same color scheme as the base mech, it kind of fits, but then it gets to be like this kind of overly, what's a good word for it? Homogenized, something like that. It blends in with the AC a bit too much. Personally, well, I think it looks okay when you do this. I like it better when the weapons have a slightly different color scheme, like a more gray weapon scheme or something like that. Just see bagpipe when you think about Kaito. Yeah, understandable. So let's darken this a little bit. No, don't do all units. I have to make sure the left-hand weapon has the same color scheme as the left arm. I need a good base red. Like I said, I have this red from before, but then there's also the red from the rest of it. Website for the emblems? Here, let me post it. ac6emblems.com. You can filter because emblems can't be cross-shared between PC and PlayStation. So you can filter it by clicking on your filter, then clicking the search bar. There's a lot of emblems that people have uploaded on that website. A lot of emblems. Emblems. I can speak English. And then I don't think I should make them reflective. I think it looks better when it's not reflective. At least with the weapons, I prefer it to be not reflective. The orange up here is okay. They're better color I can do. Would the gold look better? I think the gold kinda looks better. And then the optional white, I'm gonna go with the more silverish instead of the plain white that I've been using. The black joint is fine as is. The darker burgundy also works fine for me. I like this. Alright. Let's save this like that. There we go. That looks much better. Me likey that. Okay. Now, we need to scuff some stuff up. This bad boy needs some scuffage. Preset 8 has all the paints. Let's take just a splatter. Put it down like that. Toggle the mask. And then let's take a more splattery splatter. Double toggle the mask. There we go. Now with that, watch how much better this core now looks. Right now it's very flat. With just a little change. Now it has some... Oh. Whoops. Now it has some wear and tear to it. I'm gonna slightly line that up better. Perfect. Now it sits nicely with the slight weathering that I have on the paint job. These little tiny bits of wear and tear on it can really make a big difference. Now, the next one that I need to put a little bit of wear and tear on is this one. Alright. There we go. It's barely noticeable. Or is it even noticeable? Did I save it? I did. It's just barely noticeable. But even barely noticeable, little tiny details like that make or break it. Because I have a feeling once I make the gem look a lot better, this is going to look... The gem, the horns, and the hair, once they look better, I'm going to be much happier with this. I'm really happy with the emblem that I made, though. I have the actual emblem itself, and then I have one with red lines behind it for my pilot emblem. 101 parts. There's a lot of small lines. Anyways, the horn is a bit too basic. So we're gonna make a new one. Hold up. I gotta pull up a picture of Coco. She's got little, slightly angled horns, right? Yeah, she's got little horns. Not quite like this, though. This one isn't angled enough for me. Alright, and then we should be able to just take a... Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Ouch. Smaller nail like this. Duplicate it. Go. All the cool emblems are on PC. There's a lot of them on PC. I do agree with that entirely. It's an ass load of them. I need a band like this, but a smaller band would be much preferable. Maybe this will work? Kind of. Not really. She has like a strap on her horn. Kinda looks like this, but also doesn't. Do I just go basic rectangle? Ah, but that'd be so boring. I don't really have a choice, do I? There's not too many things to choose besides that. At least anything that looks like a band. No. No, there's nothing else I can do. I'm just gonna do a rounded edge rectangle. Alright, now what color is this? It's gold. The brown stripe in the middle. Kind of like that. Kind of. And it's like magenta behind it. There we go. That kind of works. And she has like a little cross section of gold. Kind of like that. I'm gonna get like a... Nah, there's no like short, thick, squiggly line. Is there? No, not really. Now that looks like ash. Let's... There we go. That lines up nicer. Cool. And then I just changed these to be the color of her horns, which is... Let me actually open this up in Photoshop so I can rip the color directly using a color picker. No, do not discard. Actually, no, I already have kind of the right color. That's this. But that's like the same color as the decal, isn't it? It's pretty damn close. Can I put a black outline around it? Alright, now I can select all three of these. create a group with it. Edit the color to black. Can't make it bigger? That's the biggest it can get? Really? That doesn't seem right. If that can't get bigger, then I guess I make this smaller, question mark? No. Huh. That doesn't seem right. Guess I could just do it like this, huh? Alright, now. That looks so much better. In my opinion, I like that a lot more. Alright, now what is this? $75 each. $74 each. For 53. There we go. I can get rid of these. Put the bow right here. There we go. I like that a lot more. Okay, hair, next. This looks messy as shit. There we go. And then... This should be slightly better, although I don't like that middle spike. There we go. Now if I go to the decals... Not quite. I gotta thin the middle. Quite a substantial amount, don't I? What kind of has that shape? Nah. Got it way too wide at the base. I thought it wasn't going to be wide enough. I wish I could edit it in the viewer. I do want the hair to slightly bleed over. There we go. I like that. I like that. Alright. Now I need to make the gem better. Her gem has a very specific look. Her brooch. Let me see if I can get a big picture. I can zoom in really close on to get the best possible look at it. It's got a little thingy on it too. Where is it? I don't see it. Owie. I'm gonna go get something to drink. It's almost a good picture. Why are all these pictures so fucking blurry? Like every one of these pictures, blurry as fuck. I mean, I guess that's a good enough picture to go off of. Alright. So, I had a very plain, basic bitch emblem right here. I'm just gonna delete everything. Start from scratch. So it looks like the behind color, the blue, very dark and vibrant blue. Cut that into a rough oval shape. I think I can make the oval a little wider, actually. Alright, and then It's like got a glow to it. Now if I take this and edit the gradient, I can then make it colored like that. There we go. That's already looking a lot nicer. Holy shit. I do want the blue to be a little more prominent on the very bottom though, so I am going to copy this and change the color to be blue and change the gradient to rise out of the bottom. Like that. There we go. Thank God for the gradients. Edit gradient. Is there a version where the middle is empty? There is. Can lower the opacity by quite a bit. There we go. Now I gotta do the little squigglies. But she has a couple little squigglies. Ah, that shit don't work. That looks like ass. I guess triangles it is. Basic bitch fucking triangles it is. And now squigglies, which I need a bunch. Is there one that's like a really squiggly? Like a little hook on the end. Here's exactly what I'm looking for. Alright. I need a little tiny hook. Not quite, but you know what? That's close enough. There's gonna be a tiny little thing. It's gonna be barely visible, so I'm not too worried about getting it 100% perfectly. You know what? I don't like that one. Nah, I can do better. I can do better than that. Kind of, almost. I can thicken that line a little bit. Make it a little thick, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We like our lines thick in this household. Oh, hell yeah. That's the spirit, Sunvi. You know what they say, that the thicker, the better. And I better get it too. It's like a samurai jalapeno. Nice. It is a samurai jalapeno. How'd you know? Who told you this information? I want a name! Jeff? Fuck you, Jeff. Bitch. You fucking snitch. Lock your door tonight. Alright, now, if I select all of these, I can... turn it on to group. And then with the group, change all the colors at the same time. Move it over. Poor Jeff. No, don't poor Jeff. Fuck Jeff. All my homies hate Jeff. I wish there was just a slightly curved line. This is almost okay. This is almost what I'm looking for. It just isn't curved enough. Nah, Jeff is not cool. Jeff's a bitch. I hate Jeff. I hate him so much. Alright. And then there is like... like that. That looks better. Even if just by a bit, that does look better. I'm gonna fucking kill Jeff's parents. I'm gonna go to his house in the night and I'm gonna kill his family. Just for telling me to do that. This is your fault, Tanya. That looks so much better. That looks so much nicer. Alright, and then we go back to the image editor. Edit this image once more. There we go. Nice. And someone named Jeff walks to this train. Jeff pops up. I'm gonna fucking kill Jeff's parents. He just immediately taps out. Sorry, Jeff. I know not all Jeffs are the same. So, I apologize. Not really. I'm not sorry at all. In fact, I don't apologize. I lied. Fuck you, Jeff. Bitch. Okay, I know one thing I gotta do. I know why this hair is fucking sticking out like a sore thumb. Because it's too clean. Needs to be dirtied up a little bit so that... There we go. That looks much better. It's a little pixelated, but I'm actually okay with that. Alright, what else can we slightly scuff up? We could slightly scuff up the skirt. Honestly, I think it's fine. I think after that, it's actually looking pretty good. Bone, would you pop into the arena with me for like 2 or 3 matches just to make sure that this build works? I'd ask Wolfwood, but he's not here right now. I'll make my way to my computer, I guess. I don't really like that. That actually looks fine. Since it's the chest emblem. I'm A-okay with that. Alright, now before my game crashes and I lose everything, let's save. Alright. And before I run it like 1 or 2 times to get spawned, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hopefully my computer doesn't make sound. Enjoy Catatonic Phantom once again. I'm back. You killed Walter today, you're sad. Yeah, I understand. He's a good boy. He cared about us. He genuinely did. Can you enter into this competition? I believe so. As long as it's your AC, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you just gotta submit it. You don't have to have footage of it being used or anything. Let me pull it back up. Must include your AC's name, short description. Include your name. Entry must be submitted to the rules things. Optional, provide a share ID for the build, provide screenshots for the build, and then obviously you need to have the share code of the build in order for him to even open it up in the first place. Oh, the sponge. No. That's the SpongeBob. Ah, yes, my favorite SpongeBob. I love the really big eyes. I know it's Pop Team Epic. I just saw the yellow and the blue pants, and my immediate thought was SpongeBob, okay? I've been seeing way too much SpongeBob stuff lately. Fucking SpongeBob. AI songs by Boy What and all that shit. I've got Sponge Brain. Spinch Bop. Oh hell nah, Sponge Borp. Drank 40 Benadryls. Oh yeah, you know me and my crippling addiction to AI Sponge. I'm up all night, every night, watching that Spinch Bop. You already know. You just beat the game? Hell yeah, you just fight Allmind? Hell yeah, dude. I love that fight. It's such a cool fight. The last fight of the third ending is my favorite, though. Just in case you haven't fought them, I'm not gonna spoil what character manages to make it into the last fight. Or did you do the second ending and fight Ire? I'm noticing something about the arm that's bothering me. There's nothing I can do about it. I can make this smaller, is that fine? The AI chick one? You're probably talking about Ire. Did you burn the coral? Nah, I'm with my homie Walter, my boy, dude. The after credits thing with Walter after the Fires of Raven ending. Oh, that's how I knew it was the right choice. I think that's my favorite thing about this. They did such a good job making an Armored Core game. There is no character that you can't fight. You can fight literally every single character, depending on what ending you go for. I like that shit. Feels like an authentic Armored Core experience when there's no one you can't kill. He got the Johnny Armored Core ending, where he's Johnny Armor Core, and he armored cores all over them. I also was making an AC style off of stocking from Panty and Stocking, and of course it's stocking, so she has big cannons, if you know what I'm talking about. But this one's still very rough draft. I got the striped leggings though. The big thick fucking studio trigger legs. And then I also tried to remake my favorite mech to use in Project Exonauts. Do any of you guys remember playing Project Exonauts back in the day, back in like the early 2010s? When I say early, I mean like 2010. It was an old Cartoon Network game. It was a 2D platformer PvP shooting game. And you got to choose between a whole bunch of characters, and the characters were mechs based off of a bunch of different Cartoon Network characters. They had really cool designs, actually. Finn and Jake were really cool. They even had fucking Amazing World of Gumball characters, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. I think Johnny Bravo was one of them. Flapjack characters, Chowder. They had all these different characters from all the Prime Cartoon Network show. And I used Marceline all the time. So I tried to remake it to the best of my ability. I think I did pretty good. Pretty much the exact same as she was in Project Exonauts. Fairly fast speed with a little shotgun and a little machine gun. Ready? Yes, I am. Let me invite you. I've been really enjoying fighting in Xylem, the Floating City lately, so. Alright. Oh, I guess never mind. Bone's inviting me. And then after we fight 1 or 2 or 3 rounds or something like that, we'll, like, cleanse our vision is something really important to do. I forget what the term is for it. I forget what the term they used in art school was. It's something blindness. And the way it works is the longer your brain looks at something, the more normalized it becomes, and you stop noticing problems because you're not looking for problems. You don't look in places that you're already quote unquote finished. So you'll make a painting and you'll look at it and you'll go, this is perfect, this is fine, this is perfect. You'll walk away for 2 hours, and when you come back and look, you'll realize, oh shit, this is wrong, this angle is wrong, this line is bad, there's a missing color here, this is missing. Like, you become blind to the mistakes as you make them. So we're gonna play a couple fights, and then we'll reopen it, look at it again, and go, okay, this can be changed, this can be changed, this can be changed. Because I want to get this finalized and uploaded tonight, because the contest, I gotta get it submitted. I feel bad for Vaati. He's gonna have to go through so many shit posts because of how popular the game is right now. Wow, 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 wow. Woo! God, this AC is fun. I see him over there. He thinks he's slick. He thinks he's sneaky. He thinks he's him. Who the hell do you think you are?
At 30%.
Woo! I love these shoulder cannons. This shotgun is so fun. That got a little bit sketchy. I forgot to use my assault armor. I'm not used to using it. I don't appreciate it. That is a reasonable response. No one uses the shotgun even though I love it. I get that it has a really long time before you can shoot it again after you shoot it, but god, that's like 2/3 stagger against a middleweight AC, not even a lightweight. I guess that's just proof that the AC works. That's what we're gunning for. We're gunning for proof that the AC actually works and isn't just a unfinished brainchild. If I'm gonna upload it to Vaati, it's gotta be fucking finished. Try using a different style of mech. Either like a reverse joint or like a missile launcher or something like that, just so I get a variety. turn up the audio a little bit. Sound is a little quiet. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! Ugh. Ouch. That's retarding. Yeah, good, Bone? I know I asked you to do a different build, but I didn't mean make one from scratch. There we go. Ouch. Forgot to grab water while I was upstairs. I should do that. I'm half asleep, bro. Let me wake. Ah, yeah. I've never seen a Gatling gun tank run. This is weird.
For AP at 30%.
Oh, 3 health! Holy shit! Oh my god, that was fucking scary. Ugh. Good fight. That first fight. I'd be fucking panicked. 3 fucking hell. Oh my god. Scared to get near. Good. That's what I was going for with the build. I'm glad it works. And that I'm not just uploading some questionable gimmick. Alright. Alright, do you want to do one more, or are you good? I'll do one more if you want, otherwise, after this fight, I will take the screenshots and we will upload it. Ugh. Okay, there we go. I wonder which AC this is. Its name's censored. Is it Little Titan? Missile, launchers, shotgun, and lance. This is gonna be an interesting one. I went in for the greedy, whatever it's called. Big laser bursty. I've got him playing scared, I just gotta punish him for it.
At 30%.
Ah, his went off first. If I'd have pressed mine first, I would have won that. Good fight. Alright, I've officially conditioned him into running away. Now I get light waves. And if he hears me say that and starts playing aggressive, he's gonna eat a fully charged melee attack.
AP at 30%.
Oh, that was scary. That was fucking terrifying. I was so low. I couldn't just boost in and do a melee, otherwise I was gonna eat a shotgun shot and die. Oh, good fight. That was really close. That third set was the closest. That was hard. He punished me really well for playing aggressive. That second round, he had to make me completely change my game plan because I couldn't just boost at him. Oop. GG's though. Good fights. Very good fights. Now, one last glance over the whole AC. Anything else I want to change? I was thinking of doing something here. I was just thinking of this. I don't think it's gonna work very well, but it's worth it to try. How would this look if I put the horns like on the back? How does that look? It's not the worst. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't really like it. Never mind. Not the worst idea. Maybe if I put the bow back on it. Back here. Kind of works, I guess. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it better tiny and on the head, or on the back like that? I'll put it on the shoulder like that, why not? That way it just breaks the monotony of the pure white back. A little bit. Even just a little bit. From a design standpoint. Just a big chunk of empty white area isn't exactly the best thing to have. Alright. Now, can we get any half-decent photos? I don't know what any of these do. Alright, take a screenshot of that. Crop, file, save, screenshot 1. And photo mode, yes. Let's just take some screenshots at angles. Three. Then we need a screenshot of the assembly. Save as. And then screenshot of this. Screenshot 5. And then upload it. And I'll need a ID. There we go. There's the ID. Crop. 6. There we go. That should be everything that's needed. Ouch. I guess there's one more thing I can screenshot, huh? Paint. Okay. I think that's all we had to do, right? Let's double check this list. Okay. I want to listen to this song while we do this because I love the music of the garage, but it has been repeating for 2 hours. Okay, what did this say? AC's name, short description. Include your name, must be submitted before December 10th. Provide share ID for the build. Mention your platform. Provide screenshots of the build. Perfect. I've got all of that, I think. We don't have anything else we have to do, right? Okay, here. I guess. Let's make our submission. Yawn. Alright, I gotta open up. I'm not gonna dox myself, so I'm not gonna show you typing it. As much as I'm sure you guys would have an easy enough time finding my email. I don't think that's gonna be a problem, but still nonetheless. It is a submission to armoredcorechallenge@gmail.com. Alright, best AC competition submission. Alright. Alright. Let's see. What would be a good descriptor for it? Just got to the part where you get to betray the red guts? Hell yeah. That's a tough fun level. Hey, whatever they're paying you, I'm gonna pay you double. Kill him. Fucking Iguazu. That level took me a bit to beat, actually, if I remember. Alrighty. What are these parts? I don't care. I don't care, Google. Google's like giving me pop-ups. It's stupid. Also, you guys want to know what YouTube's latest grift is involving my channel? You guys will like this one. Because I'm not pressing the ad button as much as they want, they're now trying to get me to toggle on automatic ads so that they can toggle it when they want. You bastards. Those fuckers. They want their 10 cents a year, god damn it. I love this song too. It's called Remember. It's from For Answer. I was so worried we weren't gonna get songs like this in Armored Core 6. And at first I was like, we didn't. But then we got fucking Rusted Pride, which we'll listen to next. Alright, what was the share ID? I have a picture of it. Why am I asking out loud? I can just open the picture. Jesus. Let's see. There we go. All right. Okay. That song's fantastic, and I'm so glad that Armored Core 6 has its own variant. This is arguably my favorite song from the entire game. Hands down. I love this song so much. Boom. Sent it. There we go. We are officially entered in. Hell yeah, dude. We made a submission. My first quote-unquote finalized build in Armored Core 6. I'm really happy with it. Sorry for the silence. I was trying to think of the right words to use. It'd be cool to win, so obviously I have to explain everything properly without using too many words and making it boring. God, the song's so good. I love this song. This is fighting Rusty in the sky with unlimited energy. That was the most cinematic fight. I can talk about it now because Zekken did that ending. So it's not spoilers anymore. The fact that that's the only mission in all of the endings that has unlimited energy is so sad. If you go for any ending besides Burn the Coral, no unlimited boosts for you. Too bad, so sad. Why don't you cry about it, bitch? Anyways, we did it. I got nothing else. I actually managed to keep my eyes open long enough to stream. Albeit not the longest stream. We literally me. I love the asymmetrical color scheme on this. I do. Well, I do like uniform. I like the asymmetrical colors a lot. All right. That's all I got. I've been in such rough shape these past couple of days, guys. It's been so weird. Golden King needs good night-night. I need good sleep. Big nappy. The latest I've stayed up in like 5 days. My body is falling apart. Either way, I keep saying that. That's like my and but. That's my presentation stutter. At what point did I stop being the unemployed Demon King for you guys? When I got cool. Come on, do the hands. Close enough. Fuck. My hand tracking is so dog shit, man. Fucking dog water hand tracking. Like, there we go. I need better hand tracking so goddamn bad, you have no idea. I feel bad I've been leaving everyone on red. A lot of people have been reaching out to me, but I haven't been responding. I do be acting a bit quirky sometimes. don't really have another song lined up, so I guess I'll just play the basic shit. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've got to announce. I'm getting lost in my own head. Don't really have anything. I'm living like Larry. Day by day. Exhausted and tired. The first day in like 3 days I've done something. I'm glad I did something though. I hope this was at least somewhat exciting for you guys. Even the slightest. Maybe tomorrow I'll make a video about this build. We did it on stream, now I'm gonna make my first build video. I'll do a couple rounds of PvP. I've got a bunch of ideas, I just need to fucking sit down and actually do them. What you waiting for? I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for the Yu-Gi-Oh clip. I gotta get that done still. I haven't even touched Guilty Gear since its update. Only done one stream of Shadow Tower 2. And then we've got... What's it called now? What are they calling the Arknights event now? Because when it came out in China and all the way up until like 3 days ago, it was called Leaves Chasing Fire. But now for the English release, they changed the name to a Flurry to the Flame. Which I guess kind of makes sense that they changed the name, since Monster Hunter and Capcom and everything around that have their own fucking, like, English marketing team. Honestly, I liked Leaves Chasing Fire better. That's just me. Seems like a weird thing to change, but no, it is what it is. God, I hope so. You guys are gonna have to spam that pray emote. That's for goddamn sure. Isn't it tomorrow or the day after? It's the day after, right? Like midday the 7th, I believe. Alright. You don't have to pray emote. So, well, that's because you're not a member anymore. Bone has the pray emote. My membership didn't break, did it? Let me double check this. I gotta make sure. Okay, it still does exist. Okay. Just had to make sure. Bone is the real one, yep. It's Bone, Rabbit Avala, and Wolfwood are the current members. The Three Musketeers. The Three Amigops. From now on, Bone, Rabbit, and Wolfwood are the Three Amigops. And nothing they can say or do will change that. Okay. I'm gonna go get something to drink and try to lay down. We'll see what the results of the competition hold for us. It'd be cool. There are parts named after food. Yeah, all of Cinder Carla's AC parts. They're called like dessert, dinner, salad, soup. You didn't know that? She named all of her parts after food. Main dish, I think, is the chest piece. Dessert is the helmet. He's gonna meek up. Whoever can tell me what that's a reference to first, you get my praise. What's the Three Amigaps a reference to? There's gonna be a new long-running gag in the channel where I'm going to make obscure references, and I'm gonna expect at least one of you guys to understand the references. You guys got 10 seconds before I spoil it and no one gets my praise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jimmy Neutron, it's from Jimmy Neutron! It's the episode where Carl Sheen and Jimmy make a band and Carl gets really stuck up. And they had to come up with a band name, and he tried to write the Three Amigos, but he accidentally put a P in it. So it's the Three Amigops. Classic Jimmy Neutron. Anyways, I'm stalling. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was a fun stream. We'll play more. I'll try and be back tomorrow. Hopefully I get actual resting sleep and I can wake up and stay awake tomorrow. So, I'll see you guys then. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Peace. Come on, hand tracking. Hand tracking. There we go.